Okay, we just did One Piece. We're doing Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest. Chapter 55. Before I do anything, let me make sure that we read chapter 54. Yes, we did. Okay. Wanted to make sure. Chapter 55, Fate of Death. You have Natsu and Happy dressing up as dragons and playing with... I can't even think of her name. The giant monster Natsu appears. If you beat him, will that make you a future dragon slayer? Fun low. I love when they have fun on the covers. Oh yeah, Natsu got stabbed. I remember last one we ended with Natsu getting stabbed and then pain. Long as Aldrin waited for this time. The time he would awaken once more. The time to crush Giltina's grounds underfoot and claim everything as our land. Natsu's looking up at the Aldrin Godseed. Centuries ago, Aldrin came here to rest after being injured in battle with Acnologia. Oh, really? So that's why he was injured? Okay, cool. He was not always this immense originally, but his body was still large enough to bear a single town. In order to store more power, Aldrin built a town upon himself and survived by absorbing the nutrients of people living there. Eventually, his body continued to grow and grow until his vast size surpassed the mountains and clouds. It was then that Aldrin realized that he could not control his power. Thus, he birthed 5 orbs and 5 guardians, deities, to suppress it. Okay. And the White Wizard destroyed all of them without knowing this. He has grown weary of sleeping like this. Because he was awakened, this land. You can see him stepping and just the ground shaking and crumbling under him. Next page will crumble to dust, and you just see the vibrations of where he's stepping and it's just shattering the ground all around him. And he's yelling at this point. You see trains and stuff being sent everywhere. The town, one of the towns on one of the paws, his hands getting shattered and just falling off. I'm not gonna let that happen. There's nothing you can do. Ooh, and he just did another blast, but the Natsu's right kneecap, it's just entirely gone. Or just like a hole within, just a hole, like, it's, I would consider it more like, not Hunter x Hunter, what was it? One of the other mangas did it, but with, One Punch Man did it with, the natural water or whatever the water monster was, and he did pure water force and could shoot through stuff. I'm guessing they're doing the same but with wind. What the hell? I can't even see his attack. His right hand city. You have all them fighting those giant golems, wood golems. You have Gajeel going in for attack and getting stuck, I'm thinking. It's hard. Not even my iron can smash it. Gajeel! This just got interesting. You see Gajeel. He's bleeding. I'm guessing. No. Yeah, he is bleeding. But I think he's loving it at this point. You have Elfman, Mary Jane, Lasana all fight in one. Then you have the Thunder Legion. I couldn't even name all three. Big Slow. That might be the only one I can name right now. Big Slow, something, and something. Yeah, I can't think of the other two. Not their names. These things are strong. If this keeps up, we'll aim for the main guy. Right. You have Gray and Juvia heading for the main guy. Ice Hammer, Water Sickle, combined attack, and he just did a swiping motion, and it stopped it? Maybe? I don't know if it stopped it or what he did with that, actually. Oh, he put a wood golem to come up in between them, and it did nothing to it. A golem came up. Power is everything to me. Wait, Gray-sama. If he protects himself by using golems, could it be the main body doesn't want to attack? The main body might be weaker than the golems, so it's the golems are mostly the armor. Oh, and you have this God Seed versus Jalal. You things did that to Urza. Well, I don't know about that, but there's one thing that's certain. And he grabs the air and twists it, is that your gears have begun to turn. And what do you mean? Oh yeah, he controls the gears, but what does that mean? And you have the other one, let's play. You have Wendy, Happy, and Charla. I could go through names pretty well in Fairy Tail. I do have the Fairy Tail tattoo, so you would expect me to know Fairy Tail names a lot better. In a lot of series, but still, Wendy is practically out of magic power. I don't have any choice. Charla is going in her human form. Be careful, Carla. Maybe if I change into a huge cat or something. Yay! Yeah! And then, if Happy could transform into a human hybrid Exceeds or something, it would be great. Happy needs a power up like that. Because you have Gagio's cat, which I can't think of his name. He can transform into a buff giant version. You have Carla that can transform into like a human cat hybrid. And then you got Happy, who can't do that. And the thing just stopped her foot from kicking. You'll be the first Fade to die. Yippee. You see spores. Spores just stick into her leg. What is this? Stick into her everywhere, and she's in pain and yelling. Carla! It looks like Carla became moss or became the spores and is just stuck to the ground. It's more, I'm guessing she's more in a paralyzed state, like she's a stone being at this point. Like in Dark Souls 2. Carla, what happened? Carla! One of the petals of fate will fall every time you count to 60. When all the petals fall, the girl will die. So the flower on top of her. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 minutes to beat this guy before Carla is dead. Huh? There are 5 petals, so 5 minutes? Abnormal status cancellation. Rise. And it does nothing. This isn't a change in status. It's the fate of death. Thank you for playing with me, kitty girl. Wendy, you have to think of something. You're bluffing, right? Carla, stay with us. Happy's over by Carla. Oh no, you see the first petal fall. So they have 4 minutes now. I did this 4 minutes. 4 minutes now. Who will play with me next? Come on, tell me. I think that's the, yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Fairy Tail, I think, did a 2-week hiatus. 2 weeks, which is not surprising because everything else has like a 2-week thing. So it's not surprising at least. But still. Holy crap. This is the moment because Wendy's so close to out of power. And Wendy can't die. Well, because Urza's mother, Will, is still in Wendy. So you would think Wendy, that Urza's mother, I can't think of her name right now, will probably not will not let Wendy die at this point, because if she dies, she also dies at this point, the consciousness. But Wendy is out of power at this point, or so close out of power. The only hope is that Happy has this stress causes something into him to snap and he gains some type of power, like a transformation ability, something along the lines that he's been just mentally suppressing at this point. And it could be possible. He's always been with Natsu and others that have been strong enough to face the enemies, but now that is not the case anymore. It would have been fine if Wendy still had power, but since she doesn't, it's very possible that Happy could been suppressing a form change forever now, and he could gain it from this point on. But that's still me just guessing and just try and grab at just straws out of thin air, just ropes that are probably not there. If it does happen, I'll be fucking so impressed with myself. I couldn't even tell you how impressed I would be. But no one else is in the town. Yeah, so I don't know how this would end up. They have 4 minutes. 4 goddamn minutes to beat this one. Or they have infinite time and Carla just dies. But she'd probably come back anyway in some version somehow at that point. Also, could this be her clairvoyance working? And this could just be her looking into the future. No, because she doesn't. I don't think she has control of that. I don't believe she does. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Give it this 9 out of 10. We got a 4-minute battle now, and I'm hoping they go right back to Wendy, because I'm very curious on how the hell you're gonna beat this person at this point. I'm guessing she went through her second origin power, because they still say second origin every so often, because that's still an entire another vessel of magic power. I'm hoping Wendy went through that too. If not, then she still has some hope, but not much hope. Also, we can't tell how these 5 god seeds, how each one is for health-wise and physical attack and magic attack. They probably all differ. These are the different things they were help maintain in Ultron at that point. Also, if Ultron at that point gets... Well, no. If they beat the 5 Guardians that were summoned with the 5 orbs, if they're able to beat the 5 Guardians, is it possible Ultron would then lose his power and be sealed? That's a whole nother can of worms we'll have to look at later on. Maybe a theory video later on the week. Or next week. Otherwise, 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel to keep up with our content. That was Fairy Tail 100 Requests, Chapter 55. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. Hopefully I see you guys next video, and peace.